Good morning. It's time for Precision Talk. I'm Marketing Manager Frank Olmstead with HDS Ag. Joining us, Service Manager Brandon Fischer. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good today.
Excellent. We are in beautiful Westphalia, Kansas, putting up some OP systems for Seed and Farms.
Correct.
That Leroy Co-op.
Leroy Co-op
in Westphalia, Kansas. So far the installation's going pretty smoothly. It's a little humid out here,
hot
this morning, but we wanted to kind of shift gears because on the way down we were noticing that a lot of the corn crop here in Kansas is just about ready to be picked. And I know last year you were fortunate enough to do some testing with Zero from Ag Leader.
That is correct. Yeah, it was nice. I did 2 years of testing on it and saw some tremendous results.
So what's the big advantage for having cornhead road guidance?
So to me, the biggest advantage is you don't realize how much time you spend just staring down the rows and making adjustments. The number one advantage that I saw is I have my 13-year-old son who's running the grain cart. If I'm in the combine using display casts for unloading on the go, I can just stare and look at the grain cart and speed up, slow down to get that full fill on the grain cart. That way you're not running back, unloading on the semi, then we don't have quite enough because we couldn't get it, running back and getting just another jag more to fill the semi. And then just being able to focus on what you're doing, being able to look back at your tank, make sure that you're getting a good clean sample, checking your monitor, make sure you're not losing out your tailings or anything like that, and then just actually checking your monitor, your yield monitor, to see how you're doing instead of just every few minutes just turning up, looking up there and looking back down. You can get a real good view of what your field's actually doing. It
sounds like, and we've been saying this for a while, but it sounds like there's so many other things going on when you're sitting inside that cab. Having to sit there and stare down corn rows is really what exhausts a guy at the end of the day.
Yes, and we did have some corn go down last year, not that much, but a little bit, and it was amazing how it would just pick those rows right up and still be at the right spot, and instead of having to guess where you're going and all that, it knew it could go right down the rows and pick it up, and you got every ear and didn't have any issues.
Okay, well, since you are the service manager, let's talk about Zero setup. Is it real hard to do, or how do we do this?
No, if you've got a John Deere row feelers, or was it Rycart,
and then precision planting.
Precision planting, yeah. If you got one of those row feelers, we just hook into that, and if you got a Z2, you just have another module that goes right next to your on my combine, it's right next to my moisture one of the modules for the yield kit, and it just plugs right in right there, and you can just hit a button to engage it on the screen, or you can just switch between if you want the row feelers or if you want your straight path or whichever. So nice part is we no longer have to switch from if you had a head sight or a Rycart or something beforehand on your combine. You don't have to switch from your Z2 to that. Now it's all in one. When you're unhooking the head, they have a connection right next to where your hydraulics are, and all your quick connect on the corn head, and all you do is you just disconnect it and take off your quick connect and you're off. You don't have to switch anything over, so you can go from corn one day to beans one day without changing any wire harnesses or anything.
So it's convenient, it's easy to use, and it's really exceptional performance because it reduces that farmer fatigue, and it lets you focus on everything else going on around you. You're not having to sit there and micromanage the steering.
Correct.
Excellent. So you recommend it? You're going to keep using it?
Yeah. When I first tested, I said if Ag Leader doesn't come out with it, this thing's going to be missing, because I'm keeping it and I'm not letting them have it back. It was that nice that I loved it that much. If you're a person farmers are on the phones constantly talking to, for some reason during harvest, that's when you got to figure out your seed, figure out your fertilizer and all that. So you're getting all these phone calls, and yes, we got headsets now, but being able to just concentrate on who you're talking to order seed, order fertilizer and all that stuff, and have the combine just drive itself was just amazing. Absolutely. You can do so much more business while just sitting in the combine.
Absolutely. So you turn your cab into an office and not have to micromanage the steering. So if you have any questions, you want to talk to Brandon a little bit more about Zero, I'm sure you take those calls.
Yep.
Absolutely. So give us a call, 712-744-4468. You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all at HDS Ag, or visit our Farm Performance Center and everything else at htsag.com. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.